Oh, shit, you probably couldn't hear me.
What?
You want me to beer you?
No, thanks. I'm sober.
You got a little trickle in your downs. So, I've been having these crazy dreams lately. And as I was telling you before we started recording, don't put it in front of the sign, man. You put it in front of Emo Stan. That's better.
Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
I'll pick that up later.
Yeah.
But I think it might have something to do with the melatonin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't been drinking.
It's the tonin.
Well, if you can not breathe sexually directly into the mic.
I already hate this.
So I take like 2 10s to go to sleep. Right? And then I always wake up like 3 hours later in a cold sweat. Just had one of the weirdest nightmares ever.
Are we doing the pod or is this a Narcotics Anonymous meeting?
Well, my name is Matt.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Well,
But
what's your story, Matt?
and every time, so I work with pigs, or
Yeah.
by this time comes out, worked with pigs.
Oh.
And so every time I ever have a dream about pigs, which is not often, there's no alive pigs. They're all dead, right?
Okay.
And so I'm like bummed out. I'm like doing my job and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, 67 dead. So it's goddamn blah, blah, blah. And then I get a phone call from a friend. And I'm not going to say who his name is, but he might have had the nickname Taco in high school. He calls me, and he's all pissed off. I'm like, what? He's like, you shouldn't have made that joke. I'm like, what joke? About me being a pedophile. I was just kidding. Yeah, but you still shouldn't have made it. So he's all pissed off about a pedophile joke apparently I made about him.
I don't remember that.
And then I called some random person, and in my dream, I could tell it was a ghostly person. But, like, people were looking for her. I didn't even know who she was, and they told me to call her. So I did. And she sounded like a ghost over the phone. And I was on one of those the dialer fucking
No
cord
shit.
phones. Yeah, at my hog site. I'm like, hey, I was told to call you. And she's like, where are you at? I'm at the hog site. Stay there. Why do you want me to stay there? Because that's where I'm going to be. And then I woke up.
Who was it?
I don't know.
Sounds hot.
Yeah. I think it was Asa Akira. Anyways,
not
and
dead.
welcome back to Maddie Daddy and the Mdatm Podcast.
I'll try again or you want to just go with that?
It was Asa Akira.
Oh.
And welcome back to Maddie Daddy and the Mdatm Podcast. I am Maddie Daddy.
Erectional, dysfunctional. Yep.
Simonson, and I'm here with...
Jake. The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
So when we have erectional dysfunctional, right? What we do is we go to Bluetooth. It's a chewable tablet.
And this is Maddie Daddy and the Midget Podcast, episode 83. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know you were just going to completely rip off Pat McAfee there. If you would have told me, I might have told you to change it up a little bit because it just,
It's burned into my brain. I say it every time they say
Why don't
it.
you just sing the whole fucking Monday Night Raw theme song while we're at it?
I don't know that.
Well, why don't you just fucking stand there with the cute look on your...
That I can do.
Hey, so
Yeah.
since this is our last episode of Maddie Daddy and the Midget Podcast...
You don't know that.
Well, neither do they. Honestly, I would say nobody knows that probably.
That's fair.
But we got a lot of things to talk about.
Let's talk about something.
Where do you want to start?
The beginning.
See, you say that every time.
Do I?
Yeah. Like I told you, I've been watching some of our old episodes.
I say that every time.
Yeah, I always say, where do you want to start? You say the beginning. It's kind of a thing. But since you want to start at the beginning, I got you.
Okay.
You gonna take that? You gonna take that? Take that? You gonna take that? What? You're a midget piece of shit? Yeah. And you got an aardvark dick, and that's why your dad died?
So what else do you want to talk about? Because that was the beginning.
Aardvark dicks.
And that's why your dad died.
Yeah.
Is your dad still alive?
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently.
thank God. You want to call him?
He does have an aardvark dick.
Well, does he need a good... does he need an ad for...
We'll get there.
Some Blue Chew, you know? Get 15% off. Using promo code MDATM.
That's a lot, that's a lot.
So, you know, I always wonder about this pod.
Yeah.
Because we get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 views if we're lucky.
Sure. At this
Right.
point, you should be able to name them all.
Well, no. See, that's the problem. I don't know who they are. I know most of them don't live in this country. And I probably met on a weird chat room.
Fair.
Not really that weird. I'm just talking it up for effect.
That's pretty weird.
But you went to UFC Des Moines.
I did.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But one of the people I realize, bless you.
Thank you.
But one of the people I realized that watches our pod, you know, I was talking to my friend. I'll give him a shout out in the first, 2.5 minutes of this pod, right?
Yeah.
Brandon Poland.
Oh.
I talked to him for the first time in maybe 4 years the other day.
Okay.
He does poetry. He doesn't want me to tell anyone about it, so that's why I just did. And I was talking to him. I'm like, yeah, so, bro, you know, I don't live at that old house anymore. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, well, I haven't talked to you in like 4 years. How the fuck would you know that? Well, I follow your pod.
Oh.
Like, really? Like, oh,
Consistently?
yeah, you consistently watch it all the way through. No, just the first 30 seconds, and you had a different drop in your... But speaking of different drops in our background, look at that. That's UFC Des Moines.
That's UFC Des Moines.
You went to that without me.
I did. It was wonderful.
Yeah. You want to tell people about it?
It was incredible. I was actually pretty close to the octagon and
Are you
whatnot.
serious?
I was a little bummed out because you don't realize,
how small they look from there? Let's take a look. And you sent me that from your phone.
Yeah, that was Kevin Holland, Kamaru Usman, and a ring girl.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of ring girls, we'll get to it later.
What?
Nothing. I got something on ring girls later.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you were saying though.
Oh, the cameramen tend to.
Don't look at what I'm doing. You just do what you're
I am.
doing.
I am. The cameramen are on the outside of the octagon, just kind of like on pedestals.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one directly in front of me, blocking a good portion of the fucking octagon. So
But you also have the
noticed,
big screen, right?
Yeah, I noticed myself doing this a lot. Even though it's like fucking right there.
Kind of like when you're making love to a woman.
Looking at God?
Just looking at her tits.
Well, depending on what scenario you're
What was your favorite fight? Because I got a couple clips here.
in. Do you mean like what fight was the best, or what fight did I enjoy being at the arena for the best?
Yes.
The best fight that made it the best because I was at the arena for it.
Is Folgers in your cup? No, go ahead.
No.
Sorry, my Red Bull is just kicking in. Go ahead.
No, it was for the homecoming of the hometown hero. That was
Jeremy
amazing.
Stevens?
Yeah, that was amazing, dude. Everybody was so fucking loud.
I don't got a clip of that.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was so loud in there. Like, actually, throughout the entire fucking night was a lot louder than I thought a Des Moines arena was going to be.
I heard there was actual grandmothers throwing their dentures at him.
100%.
Which is
Take
beautiful.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but in a good way. Take this and sign it and
Throw it back.
meet me back at my hotel. There's a room key taped to the inside.
On the bottom part.
Yep. The gums.
A fight, an actual fight, not in the octagon, broke out 3 rows down from me.
Yeah.
Fist fight and all. They got booted.
You think it was a Minnesotan and a DSMian?
Could have been. Do you?
Because, you know,
But I can't make noise on the mic.
well, sorry, that was actual acid reflux. Because, you know, a lot of people say who aren't from around here.
Yeah.
And we got a pretty global viewership on this pod.
Right.
But a lot of people say Minnesota people, oh, they're the nicest. What fucking Minnesota people have you met? I mean, I've met a few nice Minnesota, but not the southern Minnesota people. The southern Minnesota people absolutely suck.
Yeah.
They're basically Iowans on steroids.
Worst drivers I've ever met in my life.
Worst drive bevers you ever met? What?
You heard what I said.
Okay.
Worst drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was this Asian woman.
Yep.
Awful.
You sure she wasn't from Asia?
License plates in Minnesota.
Well, settles it. So, Misha Tate was also on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Big crowd response for her as well.
Jeremy Stevens.
Awesome.
You got to witness this moment if you'd like to take a look.
Please.
Bo's hurt. He's taking a shot now.
How about this from Ryder to Ritter? Knee to the body. Crumbles.
You hear that crowd?
Undefeated no longer.
Pretty loud.
That was me.
To a real contender. Ryder to Ritter.
Part of that was me, dude.
I just heard you there.
You did.
Yeah.
I went, yeah.
I heard that through,
did,
through
yeah.
the...
That was me.
So, yeah, but you want to explain that for the audience? I could explain it, but I wasn't there, you know?
What happened in the fight or what?
Just everything.
Sure.
Break it down.
So you have RDR,
Renier to Ritter.
right? Which, honestly, I was expecting the crowd to be behind because everybody hates Bo Nickel.
Well, he wrestled at Penn State, and he wrestled Iowa, who has a good collegiate program a lot, so yeah.
Well, Bo Nickel did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and RDR was walking around fucking Des Moines that morning in a fucking Iowa wrestling t-shirt.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, it seemed like the crowd was behind Bo until he dropped. And then the entire crowd was behind RDR.
Because they just want whoever's going to give them the best action.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's because I actually missed that fight. I was watching this card, but I got a little bit too drunk that night. And so I was bummed out because I messaged you like later on. I'm like, wait, fucking Bo Nickel got knocked out or whatever. So somehow I had missed that, and that was one of my most anticipated fights.
Yeah.
I saw Bo Nickel winning that fight before the fight happened, and some are saying he got fraud checked, but also you got to look at Renier de Ritter. He was a champion in 2 weight divisions and won, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Being in the crowd, I had no idea what happened. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know if it was like a fucking nut shot or what. Because the way that it just fucking stopped.
But it was a knee to the head, right?
No, it was a body shot.
Oh, okay. A knee to the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to like the liver. But
It looked like he's kind of folded this. So it kind of looked like it hit him in the head a little bit.
from that shot, it did. But yeah, like in the arena, I couldn't tell what the fuck just happened. I'm like, was that a nut shot? What, did somebody get disqualified? What the fuck just happened? Because you couldn't tell why he dropped.
And did you make any bets on this event?
Yeah, but it immediately lost because, you know, hearing the crowd, I put Jeremy Stevens on the first fucking
Right.
parlay.
Yeah. Well, I believe Bo Nickel was like a plus 370 or something crazy like that. So against Renier de Ritter, I believe he's 18-2.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you, like a lot of people are saying, Bo Nickel got fraud checked?
I don't.
What's
think
your
so.
opinion on that?
I think it's not a fraud check on Bo Nickel. It's a showcase for
On
RDR.
RDR? But yeah, Bo Nickel, see, a lot of fans don't like him because he was talking a lot of nonsense. Oh, I would tap out Hamzat and, you know, but did RDR look a lot bigger than Bo Nickel in
Yes.
the octagon?
Yes, he
I know
did.
they were far away. They almost looked like midgets to you.
Well,
But
as you saw.
he is a little bit small for he's 185, right?
Yep.
So I agree with you. but I also kind of think it was a little bit of a fraud check.
It could have been because he
Just because of the shit he's been talking.
Sure.
And, you think you're that good.
He didn't back up what he'd been talking. Is what you're saying.
He's got like 7 fights in MMA, And
in general.
Yeah. Not even amateur, like total.
Yeah. Which is wild.
Yeah, because he had like 2 fights in Dana White's Power Contender League. And then he went straight to the UFC. They put him against a couple tomato cans. And then, he didn't look good
Campbell's?
in his fight against Paul Craig. Because he just struck with him the whole time. I want to prove I got more than wrestling. You're good at wrestling. Just fucking wrestle.
Yeah, why would you not just wrestle?
Because then you face an actual really good striker.
And you get fucking body.
Like, Paul Craig's not a good striker either. You're supposed to knock him down, get on top of him, and then he's going to put you in some kind of weird submission.
Right. It's something where you suck in your dick and you're enjoying it, and then you tap out.
Well, you said that, not me. But there were some other fights on the... What about this one?
Yeah, this was... You hear that? That was also me.
Who is that now? Break it down.
D-Rob and Ponzinibbio, right?
Yep. Santiago.
Ponzinibbio got knocked the fuck out, dude.
Why are you asking me? You were there. Sound like I was
This was
there.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Alcoholic alert.
What'd you do 2 weeks ago?
Alcoholic alert. I was watching this, drinking.
Yeah, I know. It was still up 2 weeks later on your tab.
That's the only reason I know that's what I was doing 2 weeks ago.
But it's Wednesday. Thursday. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday, my dudes.
So what happened when that happened? Because that was, the third fight from the main?
I think I was actually reaching down to eat one of my chicken strips.
They serve chicken strips there at the Wells Fargo?
Cookie stand.
Ah. So good. And you never ran into New York Rick or GC?
I was looking the whole time, but they were also... I don't know if you watched the boys in the back before they went. You know those fucking corn hats they were wearing?
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be wearing those, so that's what I was looking for.
Right. I think one of them was.
No.
TST? Wasn't he wearing that?
He might have been, but I don't know. I was looking for those hats, and I didn't see them anywhere.
Did the crowd go crazy at that part for
Dude,
D-Rod?
Nuts.
And then we got the main event of the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Which is another situation where in the arena you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And why is the fight over?
You want to look at it?
Please.
10,000 gorillas versus 1 million men. I can't even believe they had this on ESPN.
This was
Plus.
the main event.
Yeah. I wonder what happens here.
I mean, like I said, nobody in the crowd knew what the fuck was going on.
Well, it's hard to now.
It's just so much.
I mean, it's a lot of things happening at once. I don't know why those gorillas are running like humans, but...
I also don't know where their penises are.
They're in there.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. I forgot how much the people were flying around during this part.
Anyways, that was a joke, but I think that was like an AI interpretation of that 100 men versus 1 gorilla. But
Should
I
we
think
get into that?
So that was like no, because that was like a month ago.
People are still talking about it.
I know, but you know what I think happened there with that? With the 10,000 gorillas versus 1 million men.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And it's really long, otherwise I would have played it all the way through.
That's what she said.
But I think like 6 gorillas died and every man died.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
I know, right?
I was thinking like half the gorillas might have died, at least.
Are you kidding me? You ever met a gorilla?
Yeah.
You will.
Do you think I'm going to say no every time you say that?
Let's look up the actual main event of UFC DSM.
They call that 50-50, I learned.
Oh, and that is going to do it. Figueiredo looks injured on the ground. Sandhagen was dominant throughout. It's a knee injury for Figueiredo, but it's the statement that Corey Sandhagen was.
I didn't know his dad was from Iowa. Found that out later.
Yeah, his dad was from Iowa. Did you hear him on the mic afterwards?
Yeah.
People saying that it was unfortunate that it happened.
Yeah.
And his response on that?
Yes, I
Do you remember what it was?
It was like, if you test me on 50-50, you're going to lose every time. And
He said it wasn't unfortunate
it was unfortunate because if you don't play 50-50, right, your knee's going to pop.
Yeah, it was Figgy that went into that with him, and then Sandhagen had the rebuttal for that, and it was because of that he fucking, like, it wasn't an unfortunate series of events. It wasn't Lemony Snicket. It was more like, let me pick that, and let me get this $50,000 check in the DSM.
Nice pull.
Thanks.
Lemony Snicket there.
Well, I'll pull you later.
Count Olaf. What was that, Sam?
Huh? What now?
I don't remember. I was going to say something.
Oh, no, you were talking about how it wasn't unfortunate.
Right. It's basically, it's no different than going into an armbar, not tapping, and your elbow snapping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd agree with that. But all in all, it was a fun time without me.
Yeah.
Man.
Although, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, please.
If I go to another UFC event, I am not taking my drunk wife.
Well,
you ever watch somebody lead a sheep to water, like with a leash? Do you understand what I'm saying?
it's normally a horse in this
Whatever.
scenario, but yeah.
An animal, like you have a leash around an animal, you like drag it somewhere it wants to go, or you want it to go.
I think it'd be harder with a sheep.
Well, that was me getting my wife back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mind you, she got tired of wearing her heels at the end of the fight.
well, why wouldn't you wear your heels to a fight?
Literally took them off and was walking barefoot from where we were sitting all the way to the hotel.
But in your wife's defense,
Yeah.
since you're kind of being a bad guy right now, she did give me this nice T-shirt to remind me of an event I never went to. But it's making good background for this pod. What do you guys think? Add applause in there.
Yeah. First of all, I
I
literally handed her my card and my phone. Said, call Matt, ask him what size shirt he wears while I go get drinks.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that side of the story.
Motherfucker.
Well, she called me and I said, it was off your phone. I said, shalom.
Of course you did. Fucking.
And it was her. And I'm like, she's like, what size shirt do you wear? I'm like, I don't know, fucking medium. Trying to sound cool or whatever.
That's XL.
I know. I told her XL.
Yeah.
It's a little small for me, though. I'm getting kind of fat.
That's too small?
Well, no, but I have been packing on the pounds.
Tell me about it, brother.
So I've been trying this new product.
What?
Wegovy.
Wegovy. Sounds Asian.
It is.
Okay.
Are you fat?
Yes.
Do you like being fat?
No.
Is everyone around you fat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to not be so fucking miserable and fat?
It does kind of suck.
It sucks being fat.
You know what else sucks?
What?
Working out.
Oh my God. The worst.
Eating right.
Doing anything for yourself to make yourself look better other than fucking shortcuts and whatnot.
So much work.
Well, I have a good thing for you, my friend.
Tell me, what is it?
Do you want to not be fat anymore?
Yes.
Do you want to not do anything about it and still not be fat anymore?
That sounds exactly like what I want.
Well, with Wegovy, if you use promo code MDATM at checkout, I think it's just a thing you inject into your balls.
Yeah.
10 pounds a day.
I'm already injecting things into my balls. You mean I can be skinnier too?
10 pounds a day shredded away through your sack, up your pussy, down your crack.
But I must have to eat right and exercise daily.
It makes you not want to eat ever again. Exercise, you'll be exercising for your life when you're skin and bones, scraping on the concrete, trying to just make it to the water bowl.
This sounds like my ideal thing. Mm-hmm. Now, this must be super expensive, and I can't get it at a discounted price, right?
Well, it is super expensive, but we can get you a discounted price.
No way.
If you use promo code MDATM at checkout,
Yeah.
25% off your next monthly purchase subscription of Wegovy.
So you're telling me, if I want to get skinny, not have to work at it at all,
Yep.
all I have to do is inject stuff into my nuts at a super expensive price, but you'll give it to me for 25% off if I use code MDATM at checkout.
And even better than that, if you use promo code MDATM at checkout,
Yeah.
but you type it in Chinese, because you said it is Chinese, which
I think.
it is.
Well, I said Asian, but
Yes. And if you use promo code Wang Dong Chang Dong 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 at checkout,
yeah.
35% off.
So you're telling me, and bear with me here because I might not remember this,
Yep.
but if I use promo code Wang Dong Cheng Badung Dunga at checkout, 35% off. That's crazy.
And limited time offers are available.
Nuh-uh.
I mean,
What's that mean?
Well, it means we can't give these out to just anyone and everyone.
Okay.
You have to be one of the first 150 people to use that promo code to get the 35% off. Otherwise, you could just use the promo code MDATM for 25% off. But if you use the promo code,
Wang Dong Cheng Badung Dunga.
and it's kind of a nice promo code because it rhymes and stuff, it should be easy to remember.
Sounds awfully musical.
Now, if you could say it a little bit slower so people could write it down, go ahead.
Wang Dong Chang Badung Dunga.
Perfect. 35% off our first 150
That's
customers.
crazy. That sounds like a fat fuck's dream.
Well, fat fuck's dream is another man's cream. Wago
Wagovy!
Because they take all the fat and they melt it down, they liquefy it.
Yeah. And then that's how they cook their fries?
No, another man's cream.
Is that the cream?
That's the cream.
I thought you meant semen.
There's skinny people who are trying to get fatter as well. So it's kind of take
Why?
from one shoe to add to another.
How does that work? It's still a shoe.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Wouldn't that be two different shoes?
Wagovy! I got him. What?
I still don't get the shoe reference.
You're not supposed to. It's not for you.
Okay. You got to pee?
Yeah.
Wagovy!
Look at this polygraph. My wife has cancer and it makes me laugh. Put your headphones on. You can't hear me. Singing a good song. And thanks to our sponsors at
Wagovy.
Now, we have a lot of things to talk about. We talked about, UFC and the DSM.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Man.
And what a weekend that was for the DSM. Did it seem like it was popping because there was Friday Night SmackDown the night before that?
There was. I don't know. Every fucking...
I had a bitch over at my house.
Well,
Butterscotch
snobs.
Well, this dog liked to drink. And she's like, I wonder how many fights there were in Des Moines tonight with the UFC. And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know. Did you hear Sabu died?
I did.
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah. WWE remembers.
What the fuck was that?
Sabu. 1964 to 2025.
That's what I forgot to write down.
Sabu?
Okay, no.
Or the fact that he was on Legion of Skanks the day before he died.
Well, thank you, sir. May I have another? But did you hear he had his retirement match like 10 days before that?
He was knocked out during it.
Yeah, but before that, he was even having, I don't have the specifics, but he was having some type of pain. And you know what they gave him to, I mean, he's been on like muscle relaxers and painkillers for years now, but apparently he didn't have any of that. So you know what they gave him?
Wegovy!
No.
Are we still in the ad?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
They gave him Kratom.
Oh.
And if you use promo code MDA, no, I'm just kidding. Apparently, it's not. Everyone stopped using Kratom as a sponsor because they realized it's not great.
Is that what killed him?
No, of course not, because he was on Legion of Skanks after that. So you saw that?
I did.
And he, you know who else was on Legion of Skanks? Did you see that clip or that pod?
No. I just knew he was on there.
Well, Jae Young Summers was on there with him.
That sounds like the promo code.
Well, she's been on Tiger Belly. She's that Asian
Oh,
chick.
I know who that is.
I don't like her. She seems extra bitchy. She was extra bitchy to Jaime that one day.
Yes, she was.
She's kind of like that with Sabu. She's like,
Kratom?
well, acted nice to your face, but like was actually bitchy behind the scenes.
One of them.
And not behind the scenes, but like,
I get what you're saying.
yeah. So yeah, he was on Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, he was.
And a week later, you know who was on Legion of Skanks a week later?
Who?
I just listened to this yesterday.
Somebody that just died?
No, not yet. The Sandman.
So they're having all the ECW legends.
Well, Sandman, I think they brought him on because Sabu was like, him and Sandman were like really good friends.
Oh, okay.
But the best part about it, and I wish I had a clip, Sandman was wasted.
Not surprised.
And he had his Singapore cane.
Yeah?
And he was caning the fuck out of everyone.
Really?
Yeah, he caned the fuck out of Lewis.
Big J?
Big J.
No shit.
Dave Smith.
Big J's a pussy.
Zach Amico. And he was trying to cane people in the audience as well.
Huh.
And they were doing a trivia game where if you got the answer wrong, you would get caned.
Yeah.
But Sandman changed the
didn't follow
rules
those rules at
to
all.
where if everybody gets it right, then everyone gets caned. No, Sandman, those aren't the rules. So everyone got caned multiple times.
Sounds like Sandman.
But R.I.P. Sabu.
Pour one out for
No,
you.
no. A living legend, a true innovator, a true one of the real ones.
Absolutely.
You know. You like ECW?
I watched a few.
Which ones?
A couple.
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't
like.
remember. Seen the match with when John Cena had a wrestling match with his shirt first.
Wow. So I asked this guy about ECW, and he brings up the WWE version of ECW, One Night Stand. True fan over here. Get a load of this
I never
guy.
said I was a fan. That was disgusting. Why is it still going?
Well,
I have a lot of things wrong with me.
so I was a giant ECW fan. I actually watched it on TV before it got canceled.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite things. Well, if you're gonna slurp, but ECW's but not as cool as this. Let's take a look. That was Alex Fearing, brother.
Oh, that was El Grande Americano.
Oh, well, Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of wrestling, we'll talk about it later because we're still pretty early in the pod. I feel like maybe we should talk about.
I feel like we're an hour in.
Everyone's gonna hate this, right? Whether it's wrestling, UFC,
It's the last pod. Who
basketball.
gives a fuck?
What are we supposed to talk about? Our fucking feelings?
Like I said in the beginning,
Like Brandon Pullen writing poetry? He's still not listening.
he's definitely not now. We're past
Well-
the 30-second mark.
Well, that's a shame for him because it's just about to get good. Go ahead.
Well, like I said in the beginning, we're just a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It's supposed to be comedic informative.
Then, now, forever, together. See, I can steal people's slogans too.
It's not a slogan. It's a warning. It's literally like a parental advisory.
You stole it from whom?
The internet.
Pat McAfee show? PMS Live?
Well, Mel Kiper says it, so
Is that who says it? Ty Schmidt?
yeah.
Man, Iowa's doing good right now. Do you want to talk about that?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, you got Caitlin Clark.
What do you want me to say about that?
Well, you got Caitlin Clark.
She's white.
No, you want to steal shit from the Pat McAfee show? You got Caitlin Clark,
What?
Cooper DeJean,
What?
George Kittle,
What?
who's the quarterback of the 49ers,
Talk pretty.
Brock Purdy,
What?
and Tyrese Halliburton. Absolutely
What?
killing it for the Indiana Pacers right now. I don't know where you want to start on this because this just happened last night.
I would like to see some clips if I could.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to start.
Because I know what happened, but I'd like to watch it happen.
I think this kind of explains the fourth quarter breakdown. Because
the fourth quarter, Kim Kardashian?
Well, the Knicks were up by like 17 points.
That's 14.
Well, no. See, I watched the game. You didn't. Maybe you should just listen to me.
Okay.
They were up 17 points with 6 minutes, and let's just look at this.
He'll roll and he'll find the defensive heart. Neesmith 3, good, got it. Shot clock at 7, Brunson with it. He'll make a move, fly inside.
And I'm surprised they don't have Miles Turner, the rim protector, on the floor as well.
Neesmith 3. Neesmith again, 3. Go.
It's a dead ball on the side. I don't know what the controversy there was.
Neesmith,
who is it? Oh, again?
Dude, he's fucking unconscious right now.
It's the last play of the game. He did the Reggie Miller. This is overtime now. So the crazy thing is that Halliburton shot that did the Kawhi Leonard bounce.
That was actually a 2.
Yeah, a 3 would have won the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to just do a 2. He was trying to go in, but then Mikal Bridges swatted the ball away from him. That's why he chased it back. So I got chased it back this far. I got Mitchell Robinson on me right now. I think I'm behind the 3-point line. His big toe
was on it.
His toe was on the line. So it only counted for a 2, but he thought he hit the 3, so he hit the Reggie choke celly.
Mm-hmm.
It still sent it into overtime, and then they won the game in overtime.
But he thought he wasted it, he said.
Yeah, but they won the game, so it's not wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think, after seeing that, it was the Halliburton game, right?
Oh, it's Neesmith.
Well, you just know this because a collection of stooges told you this. No, it was actually the Aaron Neesmith game. And did anyone know who Aaron Neesmith was before last night? I wonder. Because I've known about him since 2021. You know, drafted to the Boston Celtics. Birthday's October 16th. You know, same as mine. Same as the great Mr. Podcast, Andrew Santino.
Mr. Podcast.
Yeah. So you want to check out some Neesmith
Yes,
right
please.
here?
Please show me some knees.
Okay. You want to read that, reader?
Aaron Neesmith, 6 straight threes in final minutes of fourth quarter.
6 straight threes. He was 8 for 9 on 3-pointers this game.
That's crazy.
He'll roll and he'll find the defensive heart. Neesmith 3, good, got it.
Miles Turner, the rim protector.
This is when they were down 17 points.
Neesmith 3, good, another one from outside.
And the Knicks were coming back, but just when you're hitting like this, dude, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a dead ball on the side.
And this is the final one right here
Controversy there was.
before the Halley shot.
Neesmith, it's a 3, it's a 2-point game.
Fucking incredible.
That's so good.
So we have probably the best call from that game if you want to watch it.
Please.
Okay, let's check this out. Oh, shit. Sorry. That was the wrong clip. Okay, if you want to check this one out.
5초, 할리버튼 갑니다. 4초, 3초, 2점을 노리나요? 자, 반사하면서 할리버튼 쏩니다. 이게 뭐야? 이게 뭡니까? 할리버튼의 초크 세레머니까지. 할리버튼.
Were they selling Wegovy? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, they were. Promo code.
황두성 어딘건가?
Yep, 35% off.
Yeah.
But do you want to remind not remind him, but do you want to tell him, like, because he texted me yesterday, you're like, pod tomorrow? And what did I say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then a couple hours later, I'm like, well, we're not going to have much to talk about on this pod. So
Never happened.
If you want to pull out your text machine? Like, if you want to watch the Knicks-Pacers game so we have something to talk about tomorrow, and this guy's like, yeah. And what do you proceed to do? Fall asleep? And then I tell you that it's one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life. And I text you. So when I texted you, it was right after that. When we didn't know that it was a 2 yet. Everyone thought he just won the game. That's when I'm like, Go ahead.
Okay. 3:05 p.m. yesterday. Or, sorry, 1:55 p.m. yesterday.
This guy can't even read.
I'm the reader.
Well, act like it then, bitch.
At 1:55 p.m. yesterday, I said, pod tomorrow. At 3:05, roughly an hour and 20 minutes later.
That was Bisley.
Absolutely. 1 hour and 55 minutes later, I said, sick.
Some real gaps in our conversation, but you know.
And then an hour and 40 minutes later, you said, Barkley already said fuck on live TV, so it's going to be good.
Are you kidding me? Where the fuck is my phone? All right. If you just want to react to this clip real quick, I got to go grab my phone.
They call me Uncle Andy.
And I'm pew pew pew.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. Are you all fucking?
His does not work.
Shit.
He just eats it.
Shit.
They call.
Oh, what am I supposed to react to? His dick doesn't work, he just eats it. Shit.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good, but so I just read your messages, and you're right. But I want you to see this. Read it. You're the reader.
You should watch the game tonight, so we got something to talk about. I didn't get that message.
I know. I just seen your phone, but that's so you know that I sent that.
Yeah, I didn't get that text message.
But you see it now, right?
I see it now, yeah. That's why I was very confused earlier when you said, I told you to watch the game and you fell asleep. Dude, did you just fucking see that?
That was the Halliburton shot.
Yeah, I figured.
That was they were down by 17 points with like 6 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And they've, I think I got a clip somewhere. Don't fucking crack your toenails at me.
Excuse me?
Don't fucking.
Remember that one time after a
Look
UFC
at
fight,
this.
you cracked my toes?
I don't recall. Look at this.
That happened. Playoff record when trailing by 7 points.
This is 2 weeks ago.
With less than a minute 30 left in the game. 2025 Indiana Pacers 2-0. Every other team in the last 20 years 1-384.
So they were the first team. I forget the actual stat, but they were the first team to like come back.
It was like
in,
11:47.
And I love it because, as most of you guys probably know, I'm a giant Boston Celtics fan, and the New York Knickerbockers. Who's your friend? Chris Manchin.
Yep.
He's a friend of he's a fan of the Knicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Knicks came back on the Celtics in games 1 and 2, which really lost the series, when the Celtics were up by 20 points in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks came back and did that. So to see someone do that to them, I'm a giant Halliburton fan. I don't know if you saw him on Raw Recap.
I did.
Is he not like the most
He's
likable,
awesome.
cool guy? Somebody gonna get the ass kicked. Somebody gonna get the wig split. So you don't know the lyrics. Okay, that's cool. You're supposed to go, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw his
like a gorilla.
His interview on Raw when after he started talking, Pat says, "I like to see both voices made it in there."
Yeah. So you do remember that part.
I remember that part.
And we'll get to the rest of Raw later, but here's a question. He said gorilla. Who would win?
We just
100 gorillas or this guy right here?
Okay, let me see.
Let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The gorillas.
That's the question no one's asking. What? You really think 100 gorillas would take on that man?
Yep. A retarded one would.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, then what do you think about this?
Okay.
I think we actually showed that one before.
It's a pretty attractive midget.
The black guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of pretty attractive midgets. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll wait.
Okay, what?
Speaking of pretty attractive midgets, you want to look at this?
Yes.
And here is Mdatm.
Oh. Okay. Bloop.
Threw a toothpick in that guy's mouth.
That's really nice of him.
So, you said you were excited for the pod because, after watching pretty much 0 playoff games, you have an idea of what's going to happen now?
Yep.
I've watched basically all of them. So, yeah, I'd love to hear what you think is going to happen.
Sure.
And just so you know, I know that your opinion is completely based on other people's opinions. So, go ahead. My opinion is based just solely on my own.
Okay.
Yep. So, go ahead.
So, the finals is going to be Pacers OKC, and then OKC is going to win in 6.
See, that's why that pisses me off.
Why? Because it's a good opinion?
I think it's going to be Pacers OKC, but I've actually watched all these games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. OKC and the Timberwolves play game 2 tonight.
In about 2 hours.
I think that it'll probably be like 4-2 OKC. OKC's winning it all.
Yeah.
It's been obvious.
Yeah.
Even before the Celtics went out, I thought the Celtics were going to lose. It's almost better to lose in the second round than to lose in the finals to OKC.
Sure.
They are so deep. Well, that's what you said to me about
those pepperoni.
That lady you took to you. No, but before, so I was originally thinking the Pacers were going to beat. I was originally thinking the Pacers were going to be the Knicks because they're just deep as well. They got a lot of guys. Well, we'll get to bad thoughts later. But
sounds like my wife's wet dream.
And then everyone who was like all these ESPN pundits and shit, everyone who was picking the series kind of got me swaying towards the Knicks. And the Knicks controlled most of that game.
Yeah.
And then the Pacers came back. And I just feel like they fucking took the heart out of the Knicks. And the pace they play with, like there's no better team name for a team in the NBA than the Pacers. Because the pace they fucking play with is like crazy. And I hope it is the Pacers and OKC in the finals. Because it's like the best offense against the best defense.
Sure.
Let's fucking find out if defense wins championships. Which I think it will.
I think I will too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think OKC wins for sure.
Well, kind of anticlimactic there. Do you want to watch this midget getting humped by 2 black midgets again?
I feel like we worn that one out. You got any more black midgets?
Oh, let's see. I got this.
Okay.
And bud. I'm back. Why, what are you wearing? What is that? It's a man tattoo. Get that shit off. You're not coming with that. Oh, yes, I am. All right. Yes, I am. All right. What is that? It's my man tattoo. Tattoo. What is that? It's a awesome. Yeah, it's in your house, man. Get back in that car. Oh, boy. And bud.
You know what's in that man's tattoo?
Probably someone's severed head.
No, grilled cheese.
Well, it's definitely not making them during the daytime.
Mm-mm.
No, I think it'll be OKC and Indiana as well. I was gonna say I thought the OKC Knicks series would go 7, but the Knicks only play 7 guys. A lot of the times it's their starting 5: Miles McBride and Mitchell Robinson. They don't really got anyone. They played Cameron Payne a little bit in the first game. He did all right, but that was kind of a fluke game.
Yeah.
Indiana has 9-10 guys deep, and so does OKC. OKC maybe has 10-11 guys.
Ooh.
But
sounds like my first date.
New York, if they play Indiana style, I think they're just going to get worn the fuck out, just like your first date did. And I think it could be Indy in 6. I would say that was going to go 7, but since they stole game 1 at home and at MSG, dude, there's so many fucking celebrities there. It was so cool to
watch them lose.
Yeah. So you know who was there? You want to name some of them? You know some MSG celebrities?
Frank
Why is
Ocean.
it all wet at the tip?
I'll show you later. Frank Ocean, Danny DeVito.
Nope.
Robert Downey Jr.
Nope.
Myles Garrett.
Nope. He's a fan of the Cavaliers. He's from Cleveland. Who plays for Cleveland?
Shane Gillis.
No. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Larry David.
Nailed it.
Ben Stiller.
Nailed it.
Timothy Chalamet.
These are all people I said.
Tracy Morgan. Dave Chappelle.
So just all blacks?
Timothy Chalamet. Larry David. Ben Stiller.
Robert Downey Jr.'s black.
I didn't say Robert Downey Jr. You said that, not me.
Well,
fuck. Anyways, Busta Rhymes.
Black.
Yeah, there's a lot of blacks. Yeah. Latrell Spree.
Sounds black.
J.R. Smith.
Sounds black.
Well, they're former Knick players.
Whoa.
Patrick Ewing.
Whoa.
I said Nick.
Whoa.
No, there was a lot of Knickers there. Dude, I'm just saying former Knicks. Dude, no, I'm just saying. But, like, it was cool.
I got something for you to write down. I forgot to... Did you see Gingers Are Black now?
No.
You haven't seen any of this?
No.
Gingers Are Black now, dude.
Let's see. We got Sabu. We got Brandon Poland's gay poetry.
You telling me Brandon Poland's doing poetry now?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
NBA. So, yeah, there's a couple other things I'd like to talk about. But for some reason, something's hit me where I got the pissies.
Kind of like the Knickers. the former Knicks. Let's go, Knickers.
All right, let's cut to a sponsor. Go ahead.
And this podcast is brought to you by
Knickers.
Nope.
Do you like shoes on your feet?
Nope.
Well, what?
What are you doing?
Aren't those? Isn't that
That's
slang
underwear.
for
Underwear.
Oh,
Underwear.
like you got to pull your knickers
You gotta
up
pull your...
to make sure nothing's falling out.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
Because you might get pickpocketed.
I'm not gonna be able to do this.
You got anything else?
No, I just gotta check something real quick.
Me undies. Hey,
I'm wearing my knickers right now.
Well, are your knickers me undies?
No, they're Hanes.
Oh my god. Well, you're missing out then.
Why?
Have you heard of me undies?
No, they're my undies.
Do you like them?
Is this Irish?
It's me,
Undies.
your boy, Matty Daddy,
Oh.
316, and I'm here to tell you about
Your knickers.
my undies.
Oh,
Isn't
me
it
undies.
me? I said that.
Yeah, it sounds Irish. Look at me undies.
Well, you know what that's. You know what's at the end of the You know what's at the end of a rainbow, right?
Knickers.
No.
Oh.
Not a pot of gold. Me undies.
No way.
Are you tired of hatchling and satcheling with the satchel in your hatchel?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've hatched with my satchel is unreal.
And the amount of times your wife hasn't hatcheled your satchel is unreal.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you switched up your underwear brand, threw those old Fruit of the Looms in the dumpster.
Oh, they're Hanes.
Yeah.
Careful what you're calling my knickers.
Well, and got a pair of me undies.
Yeah.
Maybe you wouldn't have to deal with that and your wife would touch your penis again.
You're telling me if I got me undies, she'd hatch my satchel one more time?
Probably not.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's worth a shot.
It's worth a goog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need split. So, me undies.
Yeah.
You heard
Your
about these
undies.
guys?
I haven't. Tell me more.
Oh, that's about it.
Like, does he have a car?
No, no one watches Grease.
Obviously you do.
Look at this. And you can do that too with me undies.
That's right. If you wear me undies, you can flip your beer and spill half of it.
And if you use promo code MDATM at checkout, what's that discount price?
25% off.
15% off your next monthly subscription prescription of me undies.
Talked about 25.
Well, I told you that. That's only if it's at the end of a rainbow.
Hang shang shang gunginga.
Me
undies.
You kind of fucked it up.
Put
at the
on
end
some
there.
knickers. So loud and I jumped. Get yourself a knickers. So loud.
Say Knickers again.
Okay. So sorry.
MeUndies. Get you a pair and a spare of Knickers.
No.
Make up your fucking mind here.
Hong Xing Shong Dengunga. Which means
MeUndies in Chinese.
Oh, you get that already.
I'm dumb.
Drunk.
You want to do some jiu-jitsu in the front lawn later?
Do you want to?
No, I'm straight.
Yeah, me too.
We got to finish this pod anyways. Got a lot of things to talk about.
There's a handful left. Speaking of handful.
MeUndies.
I gotta pee. Are we vibing?
We really broke the seal. I mean, I think we've said the N-word 35 times, but yeah.
What a great app.
A sode.
Huh?
A sode.
Knickers?
No. Stop saying that. And thanks to our sponsors at
Knickers.
We're going to start that over. It's MeUndies.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
A little fake laugh. Banter. And thanks to our sponsors at MeUndies. Man,
great Knickers.
You know
company.
Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson Must Die, that movie?
No.
Oh.
It's a different thing. Tucker Carlson, he's the guy.
The Asian.
You'll remember it when you see it. You know Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Let's look at this.
Okay.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they've got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish. These motherfuckers acting like they forgot about Dre.
That's such a good Tucker Carlson
That's pretty
laugh
good.
right there. I thought you didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he's been on Theo and whatnot.
Yeah.
No.
See, that's how fucking stupid you are. Oh, Tucker Carlson. Oh, yeah, the guy that's been on Theo Von. No, he's done a lot more than been on Theo Von.
That's all that matters to me.
Okay. Do you watch Oko Cinco on Theo Von?
No.
Why?
I don't even know who that is.
You hate blacks.
Oh.
And numbers.
I watch Drewski.
Unless there's numbers on blacks. Then you like them.
Me?
Like sports and slaves. So, speaking of the Tyrese, you said that. I mean, but
no, I didn't.
Speaking of the feud between Indiana and New York, which I clearly told you to check out that game, and you deleted that message for some fucking reason.
Oh,
but since my Boston Celtics started the playoffs, I need someone to cheer for. I'm cheering for Tyrese and the Indiana Pacers because he's a giant wrestling fan.
He is.
And I don't know if you've seen any of these mashups that they made before the playoffs even started.
No.
Can I show you one?
Please.
It's going to be copyrighted.
Do I have to read?
But it's not like we're ever monetized in the first place. So really, who gives a fuck?
Well, it depends on the ads.
Well, let's look at this. Anyways, that goes on for a little bit, but it's awesome. But my point is, you could put that song behind literally anything. Like someone could make like a mashup of me and you, like being mad at something one another said on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
and then put "My Way" by Limp Bizkit, and people would be excited to see us in the ring.
Yeah,
such a great song. And it's originally from
Rock Stone Cold.
Thank you. Piece of gum?
Oh, thanks. I'm straight. I'll take one.
Any hoozles. So,
oh, wow, it's empty.
What? It's not empty.
Huh?
It's not empty.
That one is.
So, speaking of terrible Knick fans, I shouldn't have even went back to that.
Nope.
But you saw this, and you saw the cool thing Halliburton did, because you're obviously a Pat McAfee mark.
That's fair.
Lord of the Marks.
Backfired.
Let's look at this.
Sorry that happened to you, but we actually have a special guest who wants to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the point guard for the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
Hey,
what's up,
we're
bro?
watching
What
things
the
on
hell?
the screen.
I'm watching it.
I want to personally bring you and a +1 out here to come to Game 4 here in Indiana. I'll bring you guys out here, put you guys up, get you guys seats to the game. The Pacers, everybody in our organization wants to make sure you're taken care of. All the teams excited to meet you.
You in, Hans? I believe that's on Tuesday. You're able to make the trip. I know scheduling, obviously, as a firefighter or something.
I got to talk to the guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could work something out.
I'm actually doing something pretty important on my OnlyFans. I was doing an OnlyFans live stream where I was going to take the big back story on my butthole that day, but I think we could work something out.
I can push that to Tuesday.
Just kidding. He's a firefighter from New York, but he happens to be an Indiana Pacers fan. Can you believe that?
That's wild.
Yeah, and then at the last game, he decided, you watch the show, right?
Yeah.
He decided to walk past MSG with a Halliburton jersey, just see how crazy it was. And then Knicks fans started throwing trash at him. Can you believe that? And he's a New York City firefighter, brother.
That's crazy.
Is it? And then Halliburton offered to fly him in a +1.
Who's that going to be? His boyfriend?
Well, whoever.
Or somebody else.
Yeah. Anyone he wants. But out to Game 4 in Indiana. And by then it could possibly be 3-1. Or maybe 2-2. Or 1-3. Who knows, brother? That's how time works, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. If you're going to have an alien talk for you, then this isn't Meditating the Alien podcast. I'd rather hear your...
Don't make me get my flasher out.
Dude, are you going to Men in Black me right now?
I was going to. I got to check something.
What do you got to check? I think you got to check my melody. But since you're checking and I'm checking, I'm going to go to BrennanShop.com because I think there's something here that maybe we want to look at. Taking a long time checking. What's going on?
Ah, God.
What's going on?
I'm divorced.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Got caught checking out my melody again?
You get it.
You're Brennan Shop. Your Brennan Schaub got kicked out of a Little League game?
No.
He's the first base coach for his son Tiger. So, no, hold on. He's got two sons as far as I know.
Tiger and Belly?
Tiger and Boston.
Close.
Which makes me hate him even more. Tiger and Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Those are his sons.
Yeah.
So he's first base coach for his son Tiger. If you could chomp less in your mic, it would be great. But Little League coach, first base, and then this happened. And he posted this on his own thing. He said he posted this. All right, well, maybe that's not the thing I thought it was.
Clearly not.
I think it is, but he probably edited it.
What's that one?
The midget?
No.
All right. That kind of hurts. I'll stop drinking.
Well, which one are you talking about?
The one where it says he's thrown out of a Little League game. I guarantee it's a two-parter.
Where?
Down, motherfucker.
Oh.
Guarantee there's a video if you swipe over. Maybe not. Okay.
There's no swipe.
That's a warning, coach! That's a warning!
So he called his son out at home plate, and then there's Schaub. And he gets thrown out. Anyways, there's not much to that, but he's like, yeah, and everyone treated like a big thing because I'm obviously bigger than everyone there. So here comes Shrek heading at you, and I made sure I was talking to the guy nicely, and he fucking throws me out, blah, blah, blah. No, they threw you out because you got CTE. And apparently, him and Brian Callen, they're moving to Austin, Texas.
Of course they are.
Tejas, right?
Yeah.
And Brian's already in Tejas. Shab is living in, what do you call those? An Airbnb in L.A.
Okay.
Because he's moved out of his house, but he hasn't quite got all of his
belongings,
Hummers, transported to Austin, Tejas yet. And apparently Brian Callen was supposed to show up for Fighter and the Kid this week, and he didn't. Trouble in Paradise.
Have you watched the new Golden Hour yet?
No, have you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you won't. Have you seen this midget?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What about a similar thing, but with Rampage Jackson?
Please,
and
I
a ring
love
announcer?
Rampage. He gets thrown out of their Little League game?
Well, let's take a look at this.
Oh.
I have an idea for a romantic comedy starring you and me.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's about a wrestler who falls in love with a ring girl. What do you think? You in?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Am I in?
You're in. Let's do it right now. Cut. Okay, there's only one more.
Yeah.
Now, if you
Big
could get
time.
into the octagon with any celebrity, who would it be?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. All right, there we have it. All
gotta
right,
think
well,
for-
that's all we have with Rampage Jackson for the day. Thank you, Rampage. Have an idea.
That may or may not have been a sexual assault.
You want to try that again?
A sexual manal.
Nope.
A manal.
Manofro?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard she just lost to Valentina Shevchenko.
Can I try that again?
Valentina Shevchenko.
I think it's Shevchenko.
How?
Who?
Who? What?
Wang Chong Shang.
No, how would you say it?
Shevchenko?
Is that not what I said?
You said Shevchenko.
Shevchenko?
Yeah. Is it
I-
Shank?
I'm not sure.
Ask Google.
You know, if you want to let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
that'd
Right
be
next
great.
to Brandon Poland's poetry section.
Yes, of course, which we all love. But so that is an old clip. It doesn't really portray Rampage in the best light, but if that's not Rampage, then I don't know what is. He is
All gas,
humping.
no brakes with it.
He is kind of Jacob Fatooing her in her leg the whole fucking time. Solo, I love you.
What?
So speaking of wrestling,
yeah,
did you see this thing with Theo Von and Heckler?
I did.
You did. You want to act like you didn't? You see this thing with Theo Von and a heckler?
No, what happened?
Oh, let's take a look at it.
Jason, drop the fucking phone.
So,
wow.
Do you want to give your thought on what happened there, or do you want me to give my thoughts on what happened there?
Well, I'm sure that was just a drunk guy being an asshole.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that. It's like an onion. There's layers.
What are you, Shrek?
Well, first of all, Theo Von don't drink.
Yeah.
So he's already at a bar.
Is that a bar? Because there's
Well,
somebody
they're-
holding balloons
they're
like it's just
playing-
an event center.
They're playing Morgan Wallen music, and there's chicks at a bar, like, getting a drink.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it's a bar, but there's a lot of drunk people around.
Okay.
So Theo doesn't drink or do drugs.
That could be like right after a show or something.
Do you know? Sure. Oh, do you? I'm just guessing here.
Yeah.
Do you know how annoying it has to be for like someone who's completely sober to try and like woo a woman, especially at like when you're a comedian and there's like alcohol around you and with the shows you do and blah blah
Mhm.
blah, and then there's a fucking dumb fuck holding balloons that's saying gay shit to you at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for
No, I
going
don't
right
blame
at this
him at
guy.
all.
No, I know, but that's. I'm just saying, like.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you think he's trying to pick up a chick, and some drunk guy is just in love with him and wants to talk to him, being fucking retarded.
I don't even think this drunk guy's in love with him. I think he's like being an asshole for like he's just drunk. Just I don't know. I don't know why he would. I don't know why anyone would be an asshole to Theo Von, but this guy's doing it. I don't know why anyone would walk around holding a bunch of fucking balloons either. So
well, he looks like he's about to slip and fall in a bar of soap in the shower.
Let's look at this one more time. I think there's like 2 chicks next to Theo Von. Let's look at it with our eyes open. With eyes wide open. There's at least one girl, right? And that's definitely not the first time Theo ran into this guy. He doesn't go from, hey man, I used to have this raccoon as a teacher, bro. And, god dang, I like your hat. Oh, shit, guy with balloons, choke. You know, this.
He says what he's doing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel like this guy had, like, talked to him before, and Theo's like, all right, cool, man. Yeah, just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And then this kept happening.
I feel like the guy with the balloons right before he walked over to him was like, I'm going to try again. To be his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Like, record this, too. You know? I'm going to get on World Star. That's the guy with balloons that got choked by Theo Von, you know? And not in a sexual way.
Well, I think he wanted it to be sexual. Go back, play one more time.
Speaking of sexual guys with balloons.
Look how queer this guy looks.
Reader.
When you were trying to be a thug and your mom walks
puffing
in.
on haze. They call me Wiz Khalifa. I got more reefer than he does. Hey, Mom.
Yeah, Dave.
All right, they're leaving in a little bit.
I was going to say around 8:30.
Around 8:30, okay.
Lock up, okay?
All right. 8:30. What the fuck?
8:30. What the fuck?
That caption could also work for Kevin Gates on Bobby Altoff's podcast. Have you seen that clip?
I think so. You mean like 2 years ago?
No, more recent than that.
Year and a half ago?
He's like talking like a thug, and Bobby isn't understanding him, so he completely turns into a white guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's nice when they can switch mid-pull.
Yeah, he can. I mean, he went from being like a thug to like a proper white guy.
Yeah.
With his voice.
Do you want to try that?
No.
Just me and you? I'll be the guy that switches.
What?
You be Bobby Altoff, and I'll be Kevin Gates, the black version and the white version.
So tell me.
No. Let me start.
Why?
Anyway, I clowned on these fools, so I mean, they didn't even know what's up, so it's like shit.
Like, what do you mean by that?
What's that?
What do you mean by that?
Or you don't understand what I just said?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I need to wipe down for you.
I just can't. Like, I don't know the grammar or whatever you're saying.
I was with my friends earlier, and they were being quite disrespectful, and I told them that's unacceptable.
Is that cool?
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
All right. Well, thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I'm mad. I'm impressed.
So, have you heard about this Haley girl?
You're going to have to go way further than that.
What do you mean?
Who the fuck is Haley?
Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, Haley back again.
Damn it,
We
Haley,
are
you had
now
one
on
job
the
to do.
river, but I'm going to go off the river and see what everybody around the shop is up to. Let's go check it out. Hey everybody.
So that's Haley.
Good thing I wasn't recording.
So you want to talk about this new Netflix series starring Tom Segura called Bad Thoughts.
Well, it's his series.
Yeah.
He's not just starring in it. Like, he wrote it and everything.
Right. Executive produce.
Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I said? I don't remember what I said, so sorry.
What? Yeah. I can't believe Netflix greenlit it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, why is that?
It just gets wild.
So, like I told you, we talked a little bit before the pod, because sometimes we talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. And you're like,
what's up?
You want to do a pod?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. So we
Use
talked about
code MDATM at checkout.
Raycon earbuds. So I told you that I only watched like the first 2 eps, and apparently that's not enough for you.
That's enough.
So did you want to talk about the first 2 eps, or is there something past the first 2 eps that I need to see that you want me to see that you then want to talk about on our next podcast? Never.
Well, I wanted to talk about the Bobby Lee episode.
I didn't get that far.
You haven't got that far. I'm assuming you haven't got to the twin sister one.
Can I tell you where I did get?
Please.
Well,
I don't even remember what the first 2 ones are.
So the first episode is he's like...
Are you talking about the first episode or the first short story?
Yeah. So he's like a Jason Statham type hitman.
And he shits his pants.
Yeah, and I didn't like that because it was too visual, and I'm like, that's too much where he shits his pants. And
That's too much?
He's got brown all over him.
Oh, buddy.
No, I'm not saying that's too much.
Exactly
It's
what you
just,
said.
for me, yeah, but for me, I don't like the shit things.
That's pretty much all the shit.
I was totally cool with the next episode where he was like an impersonator. He was like a Robin Williams type character in the nursing home where he made all of them lick his asshole. I was totally cool with that.
That was
But I
awesome.
just didn't like the shit all over the butt. It was gross to me.
Yeah, it's pretty much all dicks and sex after that.
Yeah. It was a little sexual for me. And I'm like, that's cool if
Very
you want to be sexual and stuff, but like, can there be any comedy without sexualism?
No,
You know? I feel like that's when comedy is at its trickiest, brother. You know, when you have to try to make, like Brian Regan, dude, like when you have to try and make comedy funny without being dirty, dude, without being a perv.
So you like
bro.
clean comics?
No, I'm
Like
just saying.
Bill Cosby.
No, but if you need that crutch to lean on, which is filthy vile, which is basically what this podcast is, I'm just saying, like, I'd expect more out of a seasoned comedian like him, brother. Like, he's like 10 years older than us, dude. He's been at it for longer. He does a podcast with Bert Kreischer,
So
brother.
you're a big fan of Cosby, is what you're saying, and what he does.
No. I said Brian Regan. There's a difference between Brian Regan and Bill Cosby. Brian Regan's funny and never raped women or drugged women.
You don't know that.
That we know of.
There you go.
Did you hear Murr might be in some trouble too?
First Joe, now Murr.
Yeah, it's a real thing. We're not going to look into it. But, no, I like dirty comics, but there's a difference between dirty and sexual. And it was very sexual.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
I love the alien bit where, like, that wasn't necessarily sexual. It was, I guess, like, he was making him poop in between. Spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Aliens fuck humans.
And that was the kid from
Rob Eiler.
Sopranos. Yeah, he was making him poop in between his...
Mm-hmm.
Was that to lube it up for his...
No, that's just what he was into. That alien was into.
Oh, okay.
And then it's the kid, and he's like, I made him shit between my legs.
So that wasn't as sexual. That was more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like when everything's...
Because it's a VR game where aliens fuck humans.
Oh, okay. See, I was two-toning deep while watching that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I love that. I thought Kirk Fox killed it.
He's so good. I fucking love Kirk Fox. And if you love Kirk Fox, I recommend Parks and Rec.
And if you love Kirk Fox, then I know you'll love this.
Somebody get this off the screen. Why is...
Sorry, what were you saying?
How do you always find a clip that you continuously play throughout the episode? Like the last time, it was fucking Real Brit Fit.
Hey everybody, Haley back again. We are now on the river, but I'm going to go off the river and see what everybody around the shop is up to. Let's go check it out.
I just wonder if she ever found out what the people at the shop were up to.
Go back.
No.
She commented. Said I'm alive.
Well, then you just told us what she said, so we don't have to go back.
I just didn't know if you wanted to investigate her profile at all.
No, it's enough for me. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you have to say about Bad Thoughts? Like, tell me, because I don't know.
It's just a lot of sex and penis and stuff.
So on a scale of 1 to 10,
just wait till you get to
how big is your dick? And don't lie because I asked your wife the same question.
6.
That's correct. She also said it was a 6. So what? How do you think the bad thought thing was, though?
I think it's excellent. I just wait till you get to the episode where he goes to the gym and it causes his penis to grow.
I liked when he was having the old people eat his ass.
That was
I
pretty
really enjoyed that.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Yes, eat it.
So there's this narrative out there. I think it's more true than it is false.
Okay.
That Tom doesn't even really care about being a stand-up comedian anymore. He's more interested into like acting and like creating stuff like Bad Thoughts.
Well, he said that on Rogan. Did you want to watch him on Rogan?
I've watched clips from channels like Comedy Enforcement and Podcast Cringe.
Of course you have.
And I don't think our comedy needs enforced. But I do appreciate Podcast Cringe.
Yeah.
You see Big J on We Might Be Drunk?
No.
Well, he shouted out Podcast Cringe.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
And he says he thinks it's important that they get this, and if comedians don't like it, they need to grow thicker skin because they're in this game of making people laugh, and if they can't like accept when people laugh at them, comedians on their, like when they don't want to be laughed at, then they need a fucking Bert Kreischer. Shut the fuck up.
Some countries don't have maps. Nor.
Well, some countries. I actually don't want to say anything because I could be. There's some countries that watch this podcast, and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Some countries don't have maps.
What do you mean?
Do you not remember that?
No.
The Miss America?
Oh, yeah.
Answering the question. And some countries don't have maps, and/or.
and/or then. and/or. Come back now?
Some countries, and/or.
Yeah, that was a good poll from 2007. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Yeah.
I like polling things from 2007.
Remember Farrah Abraham?
She does porn.
Never heard of her. So, you want to look at the shot that Jokic made that made the crowd go, whoa?
Whoa.
Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of in the past now.
Yeah, it is.
It's still a fun playoff thing.
It's a fun.
7 to shoot. His team is down by 3. Pirouettes, tosses it up. Oh!
It doesn't.
Joker's wild!
Just wait. Look at the crowd.
We are tied at 103. Insane.
Look at this shot, though. Just look at it.
Wow.
No, that's
The
Joker.
Defense right in his grill. Jokic.
So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the MVP, and it was basically a race between him and Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic basically averaged a 30-point triple-double this season.
Yeah.
And people are like, there's no way Shai should win this over Jokic.
Yeah.
But it was a 7-game series in the second round between those two. And I was totally on board with whoever wins this series, give him the MVP.
That's basically what they
and
did.
the Thunder won. I'm like, give it to Shai.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Jokic was carrying a way heavier load. And speaking of heavy loads, we'll get to that later. But then Shai was. Well, and but still, I agree with giving Shai it. But it's kind of crazy to like not give the MVP to someone averaging a 30-point triple-double.
That's crazy.
Because he's got that would have been his 4th MVP, right?
Yeah.
And his numbers were better this year than all of the other years that he won the NBA Finals MVP.
Uh-huh.
Let's cut to one more ad, and then let's finish this fucking shit up.
What?
Or just let me go piss real quick. I don't care.
Yeah, go pee. We did enough ads.
There ain't much else besides we could talk about Raw. We could talk about the NBA draft, the Mavs getting Cooper Flag. Actually, let's just cross that out.
like
There wasn't much there.
Yeah.
But they had a 1.8% chance of getting the first overall pick. And that basically might have saved Nico Harrison's job
Oh,
after trading
100%.
Luka.
and getting the next white hope. How do they keep getting all these good generational white players to Dallas, brother?
Cooper DeJean. Nice Philly.
Now Dirk, Luka, Cooper flag. Cooper DeJean plays for the Eagles.
The exciting whites. That's what they're called.
The Eagles?
The Cooper DeJean and the other white guy. Everybody on the team calls them the exciting whites.
Okay. Looks like someone's been listening to the Pat McAfee live show a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
The following program is a collection.
He did that already, and I'm going to mute everything he said, and I'm just going to put in Asa Akira's Unsatiable. I'm just going to put in, like...
It's weird that you just name dropped that.
Well, you could look it up. That's what it's called.
I believe you. That's not what I'm saying.
And if you use promo code MDATM at checkout, you'll get Asa Akira Bowl's Insatiable Volumes 1 and 2 for 25% off.
Asian pussy. That's all I got.
It works.
Asa.
Akira.
Insatiable.
She is.
Go pee. I'm going to go steal your pepperoni.
Don't. I got tortillas, too.
Oh. I am a slut for tortillas.
Well, I had some trail mix, and I might have saved you some almonds. I'll put it to you like that.
Why are you always giving me the
How big can those cheeks get? Let's see how many nuts we can fit in them. Oh. Asa Akira is...
Oh, fuck. Insatiable.
25% off. Jesus Christ. Where's Cooper DeJean when you need him? Where did he go to school?
Apparently mustard.
The Hawkeyes? Or...
Because you said DeJean. Heinzenbergen.
Hey.
Hi.
Speaking of Cooper DeJean, have you heard of Tyrese Hines Burton?
Ketchup.
It's ketchup's joke.
Ketchup.
So, speaking of ketchup, did you hear about this? Let's take a look.
He's got the goods, because we got the time.
Here we go. JR, we gonna have
Right
a little,
here.
little fan appreciation?
You in the black.
Well, you never know.
You in the black.
DX. Helms
I've
is on a
seen
mission.
people in many
Who
blacks.
wants
And
to see the goods?
Let's see the goods. Let's see the goods.
This is live TV.
Oh,
This
that's
is
lame.
Sunday Night Heat. Show
Oh,
it to
my
our
goodness.
sister. Take it away, Protozoa.
Boom, boom. Make your heart go zoom, zoom.
You're the
My
reader.
Supernova girl.
You're the reader.
I'm getting so sick and tired of people saying Katy Perry was the first pop star in space. Put some respect on Protozoa.
So you heard about this, Katy Perry going to space, saying it changed her life, even though she was up there for maybe
10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say enough time to
Flick her bean.
Well, cook a can of Hormel chili and eat it, and be back in time for supper.
Sounds pretty good. Do you got any Hormel chili here?
I do. And maybe if you could be my supernova girl, we could figure something out.
I was in love with Xenon.
I was too.
So bad.
You remember, what was the first one? Xenon, girl of the 21st
Girl in space or something
century.
like that. Yeah, sure.
And the next one was Xenon, the sequel.
The sequel.
But she was obsessed with this guy named Protozoa. And so was I, you know? I wanted
boom.
hair like his when I was like 9 years old, you know?
I had hair like his in middle school, remember?
No, I try to forget. The spikes?
I didn't have spikes, but I had frosted tips.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Everyone did. People don't forget.
Oh.
Sorry, I peeked a little bit.
I do that all the time.
Let's look at this.
Yeah, let's take a look. An Ohio fugitive, Donald Chip P.
Peel.
P.
Peel.
Peel.
Go ahead.
Didn't like the mugshot police posted, so he sent them a selfie via Facebook to replace it. Here's a better photo, he wrote. Police still arrested him. What?
Sorry, that's not what I tried to play. Let's look at this.
Let's look at this.
He didn't come down with medication. One more time from the back. One more time. Here we go, baby. One more time.
I love the fire emojis in the crowd.
I still don't. I can't explain why I like that clip so much.
You mean the big booty Latina?
Man, I didn't look at it like that.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, remember when I told you this at WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
You're the reader.
She got that chip tooth fixed fast as fuck. WWE dentist, don't play.
Well, apparently her
WWE.
Apparently her tooth wasn't chipped. It was just makeup or possibly smeared blood. But yeah, because there was no chip.
Chip Kelly?
Nope, there was no chip.
Chip Skylark?
There was no chip.
That was a good poll. Do you know what that's from?
No.
That's the pop star from Fairly Odd Parents, dude.
Oh, nice.
Who was actually played by Chris Kirkpatrick, dude.
Okay. You could have said Chip Kirkpatrick, dude. I was waiting for the next chip thing. I thought you were going to say, aye, matey.
Chip. Ahoy.
There you go. Okay, so we got a
Pringles.
So Stone Cold didn't have the best WrestleMania, and it hurts.
Well, the throttle.
As a Stone Cold fan, it hurts. Did you see him missing the ramp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to back up. People moved him over.
Well, let's just move to this. Good pop. Solid pop, as always.
What?
They just didn't work him right this weekend. I was wondering at the time, after his music went up, I'm like, why is it taking so fucking long for him to get to the stage?
Yeah, well, we know now.
I'm like, is this guy reading Brandon Poland's poetry right now or something? It's a very long time.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! Stone Cold on a four-wheeler.
And he did good at first, but then it kind of turned into this.
Wham.
And the lady took the most delayed bump of all time.
I
can't believe they made a video game after this.
ATV Off-Road Furry, obviously. Do you know how hard I was laughing in my living room when you texted me and said, I still can't believe Stone Cold killed a woman in front row on live television?
Do you see the bump? I wish I had a video of the bump this lady took. It was the most delayed reaction of all time, you know what I mean?
Next thing you know, I had this girl bumping for me like it was 99 in the garden.
Like she was Shawn Michaels with The Undertaker, you know? Or with
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, thank you.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan.
One more thing. Well,
Terry Bollea.
Well, speaking of Hulk Hogan,
did you
take
say
a look at
How
this.
you can compare the Hogan era or the Savage era to the Bruno San Martino era?
Thank you, brother. Thank you for saying that.
You know, how long's he been wearing that?
All day.
Just today?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
All week, bro.
Do you have the clip of him introducing himself to Rhea? How's it going, Terry Bollea?
I know. I have this clip, though.
Introduce yourself as Terry Bollea?
I have this clip.
Hey, fuck you, dude!
I like that he took off his own hair as a respectable gentleman just to
Right.
shake Rhea's hand.
Terry
That
Bollea.
was great. Yeah, that was great.
Introduce yourself as Terry Bollea.
Yeah.
Well, brick wall. What do we have here?
I don't know.
Looks
I'm
like
not
a good
gonna play.
parlay. Let's check it out.
All right.
Zootopia 2 has better odds to win Best Picture at the Oscars than the Dallas. Okay. To win the Super Bowl.
You're the one who wanted to read it.
Go back.
I'm not even sure why I saved that one. You know
Just
what I
to
mean?
make fun of me, I'm sure.
Oh, no. So, well, and actually, can we dive into this quick? Did you watch this main event?
Yes, I did.
But
Actually.
It was fucking cinema. Let's take a look at that. Fucking close, dude. God, I was so hyped watching that main event, dude.
I thought it. Honestly, some refs would have stopped it during a couple of those fucking shots.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I could say that's where I learned that Machado Gary is good, but it was actually the Shavkat fight. And then, you know, he was piecing up Praches for like the first 3 rounds. And
First
then
4.
the last, well, I think the last 2 rounds, Praches really started to like unload on him, especially in that 5th round. He was so close to
some Marlboro Reds, dude.
Dude, I think like a couple less cigarettes a day
could help. It could help.
Keep the Machado Garys away.
Oh, that's what the doctors used to say.
Well, I got one more thing. Unless, did you want to talk? Did you want me to break down what happened on the last Monday Night Raw since no one's watching anymore?
Yeah, everybody's going anyway. Go ahead. We're 3.5 hours in.
So how did it start? First question I asked you is who was the MVP of Raw last week? And you're like, oh, I don't know. He's been drinking way too many Trulies lately.
Oh, Twisted Teas, but yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, do you remember anything? And you're like, well, kind of not. I'm kind of a fucking retard. Is that recording? Anyways,
I think
so it started with Logan Paul. Hey, yo.
It was, hang on. All you had to do was bring it up. Now I remember it started with
Fact.
4 letters, 1 word. Y'all got 2 brain cells.
Well, you just remember that because I texted that to you.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Nice try, but
I feel like the turntables on this podcast right now.
Yeah. I'm starting to get a little drunk right now. No, but
pants?
Shorts.
Oh, okay.
Shorts, yo. You want some shorts, yo?
Deshaun.
I forgot you weren't Eli Combs. Shout out. But Logan Paul was saying, fact, Jey Uso is your champ. Fact. And he said fact like with like 4 or 5 more things.
Yeah.
I forget what. I don't have the whole fucking transcript in front of me right now. Don't lick the microphone.
I didn't. It was an air lick.
So he comes out, and then Jey Uso, because he has attacked Jey Uso from behind and knocked him out a couple times in the past.
Sure.
So that segment ended with Jey Uso behind him. After Gunther came out, Gunther and Paul talked about blah, blah, blah. You thought it was a great segment by Gunther. I don't really know what the fuck you're talking about besides the fact that Gunther said he would eat Jake Paul or Logan Paul alive at the end. I thought that was good, but other than that, I really don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
But then Jay comes out at the end, and then he fucking hits Logan with the super kick out of nowhere.
Yep.
Okay. So then the next segment
Yeah.
is Jey Uso walking in the back, and who comes up to him first? Cora Jade, brother.
No, she's on OnlyFans.
She says, yeet, yeet, and then she pulls her hair back, and then
Sucks him off.
Speaking of Cora Jade on OnlyFans.
There it is. How much is it? Free?
Oh, free for the next 30 days, pal. Get real with it. But anyways, no, the guy that comes up with him comes up to main event Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman.
Mhm.
And what does he start saying?
Fact.
Fact this, fact that. Fuck you, you fucking fackets.
Whoa!
That's what he said, not
Is
me.
he wearing knickers?
Well, we're going to have to edit a lot in this pod.
No, we're not. It's underwear.
I got 2 more left. Let's do this like men. What?
What?
Cheers.
What?
What? So it's Paul Heyman. Well, I solved this one. It's Paul Heyman that starts saying fact this, fact that, right?
What?
Did you make the correlation?
That What?
Yeah, you're thinking of coalition.
I was.
Did you make the correlation of who was saying fact here, fact that? Because we talked about who's the next person to join this. Well, your cord is stuck, and it's really...
I want it there. I want it there.
I don't like it there.
Oh, you don't like it there. We'll move it.
Okay.
Pepperonis?
But Paul Logan, he started...
Eagle, bald.
He started with the fact, and because we've all been talking about who's the next guy to be in the next... be the next guy in the Heyman, Rollins, Breaker faction, right?
Sure. Yes.
We talked about Logan Paul.
Yes.
I think that was a dead giveaway when Paul Heyman started doing the fact.
Ah, you think that's connecting it
to Jay. And then another thing, just keep talking about that. What do you think about that? I mean, you don't have to agree with me.
I mean,
you could disagree.
It could just be a coincidence, honestly.
It could, but I feel like there's been a few too many coincidences.
Okay, name another one then.
Well, I can't on the spot.
Exactly.
But okay, so the week before that, actually. The week before that.
Yeah.
Is when Rollins had Heyman come out to Jey Uso and say, Seth challenges you tonight. And then Heyman comes back and he's like, I can't believe he fell for it. I can't believe he fell for it. And he was saying he's so he's so focused on Logan Paul that he's not even thinking about this. So I think that was the first.
Okay.
And then that happened. And then so it was Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets intercepted by Sami Zayn and CM Punk. Also very cool. Do you remember at the end of... I sound like the biggest nerd right now.
Uh-huh.
But when CM Punk came out, the whole crowd sang his fucking song, and he almost didn't even want to step in the ring because it was really cool that they were all singing his word for word. So then he does that, and this is to bring it back to you. When I asked who you thought the MVP of Raw was, because do you remember how it ended?
Nope.
It was a brawl between Punk, Sammy, Seth, and Braun, which is going to be on this Saturday.
Saturday night's main event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't remember how it ended after that? Jay is standing in the middle of the ring. And let's take a look at it. Sorry, hold on.
All gas, no brakes. Stephanie Vakir.
I honestly think they posted that first. Oh, no. Right here.
Seth freaking Rollins. Paul Heyman. Braun Breaker. Boom! Logan Paul!
So look at this.
KO's the champion.
He's bleeding from his gums.
Transpired tonight. Logan Paul may not be the only one that Jey Uso has to worry about Saturday night.
I want to know when the fuck he started bleeding from his gums. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Because there's a clip of him coming from the audience, and it's
Right
not
there.
like he fucked himself up. Where?
Right next to it. See him jump in the barricade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nowhere he would have done it here, though. Look. So where did he do it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I remember seeing him make that look, and a lot of people are in the comments are like, please don't ever do that face in the camera ever again.
Because I'm hard now.
No, they just hate him so much. But I liked it because that's how Raw went off the air, with him sucking blood from his teeth. But I want to know how he started bleeding in the first place.
I don't know. What do you think?
I honestly have no idea, but I want to play what I originally started playing way up here because I think it's awesome.
The Stephanie Vakir.
Look at this.
Oh.
This was after all that.
I hate you!
So, one thing that's telling me, and the original question, do you remember?
Who's the MVP?
of Monday Night Raw.
You think it's Logan?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
And in every comment section, it's everyone, I hate this guy. Get him off my television screen. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck it.
He's doing his job.
That's how faces and heels work, brother. You're not supposed to like the heel, dude.
But I fucking love him.
I remember being 13 years old.
You do?
Hating Randy Orton, the legend killer, dude.
Dude.
I hated him with a passion.
Same.
Exactly.
Watching him punt John Cena's head.
No, I didn't care about that.
John Cena's dad's head? Do you remember that?
No, because I stopped watching by then. I was getting...
He pulled John Cena's father out of the crowd and punched his head off.
Yeah, I was getting girls.
I caught it. At home.
And then he swallowed it like a girl.
I was getting girls, too.
No, you weren't. You're making music videos with them and then getting dumped. So, anyways...
The amount of accuracy pisses me off so much right now.
So many Hoosiers.
A spot on time frame. Give me a pepperoni.
I honestly forgot where we're going with that.
It
But
doesn't matter.
no, but the fact is I hated Randy Orton. And then 20 years later, like how loved and well respected he is now.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even know if it was like, if he was really trying to make us hate us. He was so new in the biz. I don't have a single bad thing to say about Logan Paul, though. I really don't. And at first, I didn't like the idea of him joining Heyman and Seth and Braun. Now I'm totally for it.
I think that'd be perfect.
He is such an... And even Bubba Ray Dudley, he talks about it. And what's that fucking show called?
Busted Open.
Busted Open. He talks about it. He's like, Logan Paul's amazing.
He really is.
I mean, if you're just trying to get heat, that's a guy that doesn't give a fuck if you hate him.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the main objective?
To be hated.
Bubba Ray talked about a time, and it was like 2002, there was this stable called the Un-Americans with Lance Storm,
I remember.
Christian, Test, and William Regal.
They would just walk around.
But the thing at the time was, it was very close after 9/11.
Right after 9/11.
Like within a year.
Yeah.
And so some of them were getting like some email
death threats,
through emails, and they were uncomfortable with that. And Bubba said he went to Vince McMahon. And he's like, if they don't want the hate, give it all to me. Give it all to me, because he knows with hate comes fucking money.
Money, yeah.
And
the booze is money.
You need emotion in wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's where wrestling goes wrong, like, so often nowadays, is there's no emotion attached to anything. Like, on SmackDown's basically unbearable, besides, like, Aleister Black matches and Drew McIntyre cutting a promo on the microphone.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love too, but, I mean, it's still not quite hitting. They're not pushing LA Knight. I mean, there's just a lot of things where SmackDown is. You basically don't even have to watch it.
You don't.
I watch it like the next day. Like watching it live is kind of just disappointing. It's like I'm watching a Celtics game like lose. But
don't have to worry about that for a while.
Well, I know that's why I get to watch my Indiana Pacers win. You know, but. Do you think we talked about all that there is to be talked about with that? It's one thing I didn't talk about, but it's fine.
No, I think we should talk about it.
There ain't much to say.
I feel like there's a lot to say.
Well, if you want this podcast to be 3 hours fucking long.
We're already there.
Okay. If you want me to talk about it, fine. I will talk about my friend who... Shit, I forgot I was on WWE's account. Sorry. If you want to talk about it, I guess I'm cool talking about the time that I drove a vehicle high on salvia. Here it is.
Hello, and welcome to Driving on Salvia. I'm Eric, your host. Now, today we're going to take the car out onto the streets, and we're going to do some K-turns, and then we're going to do some U-turns. And then we're going to go ahead and parallel park in a spot smaller than we have before. To start it all off, however, we need to take a hit of our salvia.
In a bong?
It's the only way to hit salvia is out of a bong.
Once you have that done, you're going to hold it in for about 20 seconds or until your vision begins to vibrate. At that point, you can start your car and you'll be good to go. In the meanwhile, check your mirrors.
My fucking God.
This is very accurate, though.
This is
Make
incredible.
sure that they're pointing in the right direction. I'll be back in a moment. Ooh, I waited a long time on that one.
And this has been Matty and the Midget Podcast, episode 83. I am Matty Daddy. Ooh, I waited a long time. Simonson, and I'm here with
Jake. Rock is a solid. The Midget Hilsebeck.
That's been Matty and the Midget, episode 83. Catch you fuckers never again.
What?
Well, it's probably the last time.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying me, but I do have a friend.
Yeah.
Going through a hard time right now.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know if I ever told you about this.
Uh-uh.
Well, our stories are going to sound similar.
Okay.
But he had an DUI. Oh, I can wait. He had a DUI. He might be getting fired from his job.
Might be?
Well, he might have just lost his license. He might be running from the law.
Oh.
This is not me. This is my friend.
Right.
And he might need to get the fuck out of there. He might be a felon on the run. Not me, but my friend.
Right.
So he's looking to move to a location far, far away.
Undisclosed, of course.
Undisclosed.
Right, naturally. Because
yeah.
He's going to be missing court dates and whatnot.
Yeah, and no, I know that has nothing to do with me, but I'm just trying to be there for my friend.
Sure.
So I want to be there for him. So I'm not sure how much I'll be around to podcast and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure we'll do a podcast again.
You just shook your head no at the camera.
Did I? I didn't. Well, I didn't mean to do that.
Feels like you did.
No. What's that over there?
It's just a wall.
Oh, you're right. I can't believe that. Sorry, I just smoked some salvia. No, I'm sure this is... We're going to do this podcast a few more times. Look at that wall.
You were shaking your head no, I saw
No,
it.
I know. I shaking my head yes.
No, you weren't.
We're going to keep doing this.
You're crazy.
Well, if anything, if this is the last time we ever speak again, man, it's been fun. It's what we've been doing this 5 years.
We're obviously going to speak again, you and your friend.
Oh, yeah, me and my friend will speak again, but me and you probably not.
What?
What? No. I mean, what?
Give me a tortilla.
Okay.
I can't handle this right now.
If we never speak again, this is the last time we're ever on camera friends ever again.
We're friends in real life.
We are. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. My friend's thinking about moving far, far away though, to an undisclosed place. What?
How come you keep doing Shrek quotes?
I don't know Shrek quotes. Hey, donkey.
See,
look at that wall.
Seems like.
Hey, donkey. This is a good podcast.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's been fun. I think if you look back, episodes 50 through whatever is now, don't look back any further than that. They were probably garbage back then.
We didn't know what lights were.
And Brandon Pullen wasn't writing poetry.
He is now.
He is now. Yeah, so check that out
Yeah.
on BrandonPullenPoetry.com.
We should probably start that website.
Hey man, I'm not saying this last time I ever on a podcast, but I'm saying we are about to start a GoFundMe on make Matty Day and the Midget Podcast do a podcast again.com. I know it's a lot of letters, But
is there a promo code at least?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the promo code.
Simonson.
At hotmidget.coms.
I need a pepperoni or a
If
tortilla.
this is the last time, can I feed you a pepperoni and a tortilla for our last time?
The whole thing?
If it is. I was going to wrap one pepperoni around a tortilla and then hand feed it to you with my cock.
How are you going to wrap a pepperoni around a tortilla?
I'll hold my beer and I'll show you why.
What do you mean, show me why? You mean how? I feel like you mean how. Take your time. This isn't a podcast or anything. Mia Malkova.
You like ranch?
No.
You will.
Oh. Do you mean semen?
Hold on. There, hot dog. Want to have my headphones
What?
on?
Can't hear you. You don't have headphones on.
You bit my finger. Charlie! You bit my finger. We'll catch you fuckers next time, never. Matty Daddy and the Midget podcast.
Matty Daddy and the Midget podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget podcast.
I'm pregnant.
I do not want to touch his ass.